Hello. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good day. Whatever. My brain hurts. But we're gonna do a stream. Because why not? Just trying to get my stuff set up. And it's fighting me. Oh no, it's crashing. Stream Elements was down. My device is not compatible? No! Oh man. Unbelievable. No way. Final Fantasy 15 War for Eos is not compatible with BlueStacks. How am I supposed to show you the game? Oh my goodness. What do I do now? Wow. That's incredible. How is it not compatible? Oh boy, oh boy. Stream phone to stream elements? How am I Googling this right now? Uh... Hmm. Maybe I'll just leave this up. There. Oh my lord. Stream to OBS. Live stream your phone. No, 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 no. Oh, I forget how you do it. There's definitely a way to do this. I think I even tested an app once. Screen recorder? No. Droid cam. That's the one. Okay. I have to set up droid cam. Or is a screen capture? Or is it a camera? Droid cam. Webcam for PC. Turned your Android into a webcam? No, that's not what I want. Over Wi-Fi? Mirror video brightness. No, that's not what I want. Phone capture. OBS. Oh, good derp day. Hey, Rainbow. I just realized I was going to stream something, um, and I was going to like install it live and show everyone how to do it, and I can't. uh, I went to install and it says this app is not compatible on your device. So BlueStacks is not good. I wonder. I don't even think BlueStacks needs an update. Bummer. So yeah, it's a little silly. I know. So I have my technical difficulties up because I'm just gonna be streaming nothing for right now. Not on purpose, of course. Because I wanted to stream this game, but it's embarrassing. But I have to admit, it's not working. So I was just looking to see if there's a how I can stream my phone screen. Maybe I can play it on my phone because I know it'll work there. Well, actually, I don't know, but it should. Phone display capture to Windows. Have you ever done that before? Android screen capture, download now. Alright, fuck it. I'll just download random crap to my computer. It's safe, right? Oh, how many do you have to do? Good job. Oh, wow, you're halfway done already. It's faster than I expected. Oh, it's a year apart. Why don't you do like multiple over a long period of time? I feel like if you do one now and one next year, you'll forget it by next year. No? Why not? Man, this music is pretty hard. I have it on really low, but damn. It's intense. Okay. Oh, it's old stuff. Okay. All right. I'm now going to try to connect to my computer and my phone. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. I'm gonna plug in my phone to the keyboard. That's normal, right? I'm not, yeah, I'm just kidding. You must have done first aid course. That's good. I feel like that'd be really stupid if they don't teach it to you. Yeah. Was that scary? Like, do you have to watch videos of people dying and then someone saving them? Oh, see ya. I'm just installing some stuff. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so please follow the steps to enable USB debugging. I don't need debugging. Bitch. How do I... Guess I'll just follow the steps. Alright. Go to About Phone. Yes. Go to Build Number. Yes. Developer Options. I don't have that. No need, you're already developer. I'm already developer. How did you know? have to go find developer options. Hello, developer options. Where are you? And then Android debugging. Not that. Debugging. Search. Developer options. Haha. And then Android debugging. USB debugging. Debugging notify. Probably this one. Oh. And then what? Oh, it's connecting. Hi, Setsu. I was gonna install this game. This app was built for an older version of Android and may not work properly. Ay, ay, ay. I was gonna use BlueStacks like I did on the last game, but apparently it's not compatible. So here I am, trying to figure out how to get a phone capture app real quick. Alright. I just synced up something. I don't even know if it's what I want. Honestly, this is so stupid. Video. No. Shoot, this is not what I want. I can backup transfer? No. That's not what I want. Pain in the butt. Setsu, what do you use? Alright, I'm gonna close this program. Boop. No, you installed something. I've found Andre used Droid Cam, but that's to make your phone into a webcam. Yeah. Oh. Wait, so can I just add something here? How to add phone screen capture OBS Studio. Yeah. No, I know. I know what you use it for. I didn't know if it came with a screen capture. Okay. I'm gonna go to the YouTube. Oh no, it's not in English. Oh, closed captioning is only in Dutch. Let's view app. Digital intelligent. Okay. All right. Wait a second. Not that one. I want this one. Nope, not that one either. I want this one. Be collaborative from anywhere. Let's use an intelligent digital platform interaction across multiple screens. Screencasting tool. Download. Yes. Alright. Let's download it. It's installing. I'm agreeing to terms of service. Yeehaw. This is so goofy. Alright, I'm gonna watch the video. Guy goes to the website. He talks a lot. Then you have to go to the App Store and download it there. Let's view. App. Okay. I'm gonna open it. Ooh, he shows how to set it up though. That's cool. Don't forget to hydrate, everyone. Free and easy, all platforms supported. All right. Tap to get Wi-Fi name. I'm tapping it. No device found. That's okay. Okay, we want to mirror. Enter the passkey. I don't have a passkey. Oh, it says on the screen. Oh, I have to. Okay. Oh shoot, I think it might be working. Did I start? Let me double check that. Because I thought I did last time and I didn't. Yep. In progress right now. Link is open. And I'm gonna turn on the bot. Chat bot. Alright. Chatbot's on. Alright. Final Fantasy V War for AOS for free. Available on the App Store and Google Play. Minimum goal is 100,000 power level. Max goal is 500,000. It supports the stream, supports me and my unemployment in my transitional time. Yeah, we're good. It is up and running. I'm jamming. I'm jamming. Alright, this says I'm connecting, but I don't see it. I might not be on the same Wi-Fi. Let's switch. Installing now. Let's go. Oh, you're gonna beat me. Oh, I know why. I'm definitely not on the same Wi-Fi as myself. Let me just fix that real quick. People with multiple wireless connections in their house really confuse me. Why would you pay for more than one service? Alright. Both of my devices are now on the same machine. Alright, start recording or casting. Yes. We will have access to all the information visible on your screen or played from your device while recording or casting, which includes your passwords. Okay, cool. We're gonna close the YouTube. Might as well close BlueStacks too. then what else we got going on? Close this. Close that. Close this. Oh my god, everything's open. Oh my goodness, it actually works. The screen capture is on. Alright, give me a sec. This is so dangerous. I don't want it to use my microphone. Stop it. Settings. Where's notifications? Sound and vibration? No. Apps and notifications. Can I like turn off notifications? Dagnabbit. 1+6T. Turn off notifications. All of them. Okay. Show sensitive content when locked. No. Show conversation. Notifications on lock screen. No. Not that. Advanced. Ah! Do not disturb is on. Conversations. Hide silent notifications in status bar. Sensitive notification. I don't know. I don't know. Snooze. Bruh, I don't know. I don't know. But we're almost there. Let's see. Twitch.tv/failderp. Boop. And then I'm gonna click my link. I'm gonna click it. /about. Open. Google Play. It's installing. Let's go. Okay, I can actually uninstall the other crap now. Because that's not what I wanted. Uninstall. Goodbye, Wondershare. Yes. Goodbye. Good riddance. Alright. Here it is. We did it. Oh my god. Need a freaking phone capture device just for this.
Insomnia. The final bastion of light has fallen. The Empire of Niflheim raises the continent. hell-bent on the destruction of any who might oppose them.
Sounds
The
good.
remnants of the Crown's Guard stand ready to defend the people. But they need their king. They need you. Only you can dispel the darkness. Only
I don't
you
understand. Is it
can
magic?
save our
High-tech
star.
future? I never understood. Oh, dang. What is that guy? He looks like he's a rock.
Unhand me at once.
That big-ass voice is coming out of that little woman. Oh, shoot. What am I doing?
No more.
I'm tapping him.
Time to clear out these.
You actually have to fight.
Luna, what are you doing here?
If I mute my phone, can I still hear it?
These
I
people need
can.
our help.
You won't be much help if they kill you.
I do not fear death.
Well, you should. You were just about dead. Final wave! Oh! What do I do now?
God of the earth, I beseech you, help me defend the chosen king.
Dang, those graphics. Phone graphics.
What was that?
I don't know.
I can explain, but we should return to the outpost.
What accent is this?
Or what's left of it.
He doesn't have it?
So much destruction.
Titan, like most Astrals, does not appreciate being disturbed.
Are you telling me one of the gods did this?
It appears so.
What are they gonna do? Beat him up?
I was beginning to wonder when you lovebirds would arrive.
He looks like somebody.
Iggy, you made it. Where are Prompto and Gladio?
Gladiolus is off searching for survivors.
Why do you sound like a snake?
As for Prompto, he's...
Get back here!
Oh. Yay! We got a chocobo! You're so cute! It looks like Sanji.
Oh. Anyway, shall we find a place to set up camp?
Why did the blonde ones have these accents?
This seems as good a place as any.
I don't get it.
Let's find some food. No one likes to fight on an empty stomach.
Okay. I don't think he's gonna talk to me for a hot second. Let me make a window capture. And yes. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay. And then we shall transform it to fit to screen. No, to stretch to screen. Yeah. And then we will put it in a game capture. Way down there. Wait, we should rename it. Rename. Phone screen capture. Boop. And you're gonna go way down here. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, that looks a lot better. That looks so much better.
Our crown prince, least of all.
I wish I could click this. I got an apple.
Excellent.
Yay.
This will be more than enough to prepare a proper meal.
Let's clear some of these obstacles and see what we can uncover while Iggy cooks.
Okay, why does Noctis not have the same accent as everyone else? I'm gonna dig. I'm gonna dig out some apples. I'm gonna dig out more
Dinner is
apples?
served.
Why do the apples hide out in the rubble?
Delicious as always.
Thanks for your apples, buddy.
This won't be enough to feed everyone.
A new farm would allow us to grow more food.
Let's do it.
Okay, so the gods smashed everything and now we have to rebuild? Is that the deal? Can I move this? It won't let me.
This is a fine start, but there's plenty more to be done.
Well, I don't see you helping, mister. Jeez Louise. I'll just click all the shovels. Holy shoot, that was a lot of work. Explore the resource vault. Ooh, resource vault.
Hey, Iggy, check it out. Looks like some kind of military vault.
I doubt it's been open since the Great War. I wonder what's inside.
Only one way to find out. I'm going in.
Keep your wits about you. This was a war zone not long ago.
Ooh, is it like mines or something? Oh, I gotta fight? Oh, I'm not ready for this. What the heck is that? I still don't know how to fight. Do I just tap their logos? Or do I tap the guy?
Strike hard and fast.
Okay. That's it. What do I do? It looks like once their
I think that's the last
face gets bigger, you can tap them. It's an autoplay? Oh. I was tapping the heck out of it.
I thought you'd never finish killing those monsters.
Ravus.
Another blonde guy with an accent.
Much blood is spilt today, sister.
Oh, well, that makes sense why they're both
I
blonde.
suspect that is more your fault than mine, brother.
What are you doing here, Ravis?
It's like Daenerys and her older brother. Why? Okay.
Against a child of the Oracle, only fate prevails. I won't stand by as you Lucians lead yet another family member to her death.
Oh.
Nothing to it.
Nothing to it. Yeah, that didn't seem smooth, did it?
Did you find anything of use?
Oh my god.
Only if we have a use for Imperial rats.
I would use the rats.
Keep barking, Doug, and I will put you down.
Who are you?
Want to fight? Let's go.
Okay, cool.
With a few repairs, this vault could prove invaluable.
Seriously, who is that guy? What a nerd. Repair the vault. Alright, let's do it. Repair it instantly for free. Oh! The up here. So we have the blue swords, cross swords number. That is the number that we have to get to 100,000. We're at 5. So, 5,000. Let's see how far we can get. Oi, oi, oi.
Excellent. This will do a fine job protecting the city's resources.
I'm gonna do an uptime. What do we have? 37 minutes. All right, so it took about a half hour to get this all
I
settled.
doubt it will prevent a motivated rodent, much less a real army.
Yes, yes. You have an attitude problem.
Noctis, how are you feeling?
Ew, she's a crush on me.
Crystal. My home, my father. Nephilim has taken everything from me. Not really sure what to do from here.
It's kind of nice that they have all the voice acting. As much as it's confusing that everyone has a different accent, I'm into it.
Together, we will rebuild this outpost into a city that can stand against the darkness.
Luna.
Why are his clothes floating?
As long as you continue to fight, not all hope is lost.
No pressure, damn. What if I want to take a break, hmm? Oh, it's a book. Apples. Well, it's a tiny little place we got here. Alright, let's do this. Upgrade Citadel. Upgrade. For free. Oh, now it doesn't look like crap anymore. There we go. Get stuff. Clean out 2 obstacles. What's this? I don't know what I just did. Oh, I think I upgraded the farm. Clean out 2 obstacles. 1. Plus apples. Where's the other one though? They're not obstacles, they're trees! Oh, he looks nice. Is it a sword or what?
Sounds like Gladio could use some help.
He doesn't look like he needs any help. Grah! Oh, he's fighting. Oh, look at that. Little dude's over there. Okay, let's beat him up. Continue! Start. Okay, I'm not gonna touch it this time. They're fighting. Everything's just happening on their own. Purple guy's dying. And I think I tapped him. Uh-oh, he's dead. I think you're supposed to tap them when their blue meter gets full.
Doing okay, big guy?
I was taking care of it. But thanks.
I told you he was fine. He didn't need anybody.
And that's that.
Called it. Alright. Did that. Clear a path to the hero hall. There's no one here. What heroes do we need to praise? Okay, we can praise Gladiolus. He seems nice.
Royalty's gotta catch royalty, am I right?
Heroes fulfill one of 3 roles. Attack, tank, or support. Okay. March with and provide benefits to army's troops. Here's their power level. We have 2 job titles. I need more. Okay.
No
Right.
pain, no gain.
Oh, I can't do it. Cancel.
Let's go back and play video games.
We can play video games in this world? Level up. What else? Oh, we still have to clear the path? Oh, there's the path.
Hey, check it out. Is that what I think it is?
Is it a
royal
video
tomb.
game? Oh no.
Let's see what's inside.
Probably a dead body. Hi, Jello. New game. New sponsorship, actually. Final Fantasy 15. War for Eos. So the opening scene was a war, but then they said the gods smashed their castle. So maybe it's not a war?
Hey,
I'm a little
Best
confused.
get behind me if you don't want to get run over by Magitech.
What's oh, it's
By all
Magitech.
means, lead the way.
That's a new word. Magitech. Magitech? I was just saying earlier, I don't know if this is like magic and fairy stuff or technology. Okay. Then they slap people. Beep boop boop. I don't have to do anything. Plays itself, kinda.
Oh my,
And then let's see, when the blue meter gets charged up, I think you have to tap them. Yeah, he's not going unless I click it. Get him!
Light will be restored.
Okay, I guess she's the healer?
Yeah. Gave us a run for our money.
Uh-uh, we had one extra guy this time.
Heads up. We got company.
Is it me?
Demons! No small number of them either.
Okay, so Gladios or whatever doesn't have an whatever accent this is. Ignis and all the other blonde people have an accent. Is it hair color? How is the accent determined?
Everyone group up. We'll take them together.
See, he's got black hair and he sounds like maybe an American accent.
You fools. Your
You
destiny
fools.
befalls you.
I don't know where this guy's from. Rah. Oh, a cutscene. Let's go.
Let's finish it off.
I think that's the last of them.
Oh.
For now, at least.
So the one jackass didn't help? I thought he didn't want us to let his sister die. I'm so confused.
Our walls are barely holding against the demons. We need fortifications.
Okay.
Walls up, demons out. Got it.
Go build a wall then. Oh, they have a wall. Alright, let's build it. For free! Well, that was easy. They put a gate. Okay. Done.
Your walls of stone only delay the inevitable. Niflheim will prevail.
Okay, so he's on our side, but he's rooting for the other guy.
We stopped
Got
them
it.
once, we'll do it again.
Truly, it was you who tore the earth asunder to save this city. Perhaps Tenebrae was the kind of fate after all.
He's like a worse Snape.
Poor Prince Noctis, heir to a coward's throne.
Oh, I'm a prince.
What are you talking about?
Are you talking about my dad? Don't talk about my dad.
Your father, of course,
I am talking about your dad, stupid.
after abandoning the people of Tenebrae all those years ago, my people. It seemed inevitable that he abandoned the people of Lucis as well.
Fellas, less talking, more saving people.
I don't think that guy's gonna help, so you can just ignore him. Oh, look, there's a chat. Hi, everyone. Y'all need to grow up. Realm full of babies. Join Flat Earth. Oh my god. Can I add Setsu? I bet he's here. Oh, have a friend. Oh, no! Okay. Maybe later. He said he downloaded it. I don't know if he actually opened it yet. Ooh, courtyard. Dilapidated? Well, we just built it! Oh! Clear the fog? I don't know how to do that. Build a quarry. Boop. Where do I want the quarry? Eh. There's no good place to put it. I'll just put it here. People are gonna come out of this building and fall into the quarry. Hmm. Alright. Upgrade Citadel and defeat attachments in the raid. Upgrade. Do it. I need a resource vault. Upgrade this first. I can upgrade this. Come on, was that really necessary? Create guild. I don't have enough coins. We'll come back to that.
Gladio, did you find any signs of survivors?
I saw some lights in the distance, but
In the tomb?
couldn't make it through the rubble.
Crown's Guard?
Hard to tell through all of the smoke.
Hmm.
I suppose there's only one way to be certain.
Go on, Your Highness. As is your birthright, leave your people to die.
Why are you here? So annoying. Alright, defeat the people, rescue somebody, and repair the wall. Alright, let's go beat them up. Oh. Oh, if we clear the way, then we can see more. I see.
Imperial forces are amassing. We must not be caught off guard.
Okay!
Let's clear him out.
So there is a war. Imperial forces.
There's a lot of them. Better not face them alone.
March. Oh my god. We're in a modern city? Where are the cars? It's like 2 time zones, or 2 eras fighting each other. Alright, let's do this one then.
Never seen anything like that in the Crown City.
Recruit soldiers? Okay, that's the car then. Holy shit. Alrighty. Let's go beat up these guys. Auto assign. March. I don't have enough. Okay. Go recruit troops. Let's go get more of them in here. They're all just hopping in like, yeah, that's fine. We'll just fight for you.
Pathetic. What a sorry lot this is.
We're winning!
They're brave soldiers of the new empire.
Not everyone has the courage to stand for what's right.
He's so
Standing.
annoying.
Well, I'll be impressed if they manage to sit.
I don't get it. Because they're gonna get their ass beat so hard they don't want to sit down. Okay, now can we go? Now can we go? Oh, we can. Oh, there's a robot! And little chocobos. So we have vehicles and birds, but not robots. This is so confusing.
Enjoy this victory, for it shall be your last.
Seriously, can you just go like
We're holding
anywhere?
our own.
For the time being.
What do you want? Okay. We'll fix the other part of the wall. There we go. The more wall we build, the more room we can move outwards. Interesting. Alright. Recruiting allies
Noctis,
chapter is done.
About your father. Before King Regis's death, he asked that I deliver this to you when the time was right.
Does anyone else see that Regis is another way to say king? So his name is King King? Ring of the Lucci!
Ring. Is this?
It is a ring. Yes, good job.
The ring of the Lucii.
Lucy
It harbors the
Eye.
souls of the previous kings of Lucis.
Cool. Soul ring.
However, this power comes at a price you're not yet ready to pay.
Well, thanks for nothing then.
The whelp will never be strong enough.
Woof.
I have faith that he will prove his worth to the Lucii when the time comes.
How do I do that?
She almost has a lisp.
Embrace your destiny as the chosen king, and the power of the Lucii will be yours to command.
Okay. I'll just go do stuff then. Quests. Claim. Missions. Claim. Mail. Dev team here. Wow. Okay. I'm reading it. Alrighty. Thank you. I just want to see what it says. An emperor is currently sitting at the grand throne as unintended? What? Campaigns are busted. Dang. Well, it's kind of nice to see that they're actually working on the game and letting the players know about it. Like, when things are not quite right. I can appreciate that. Alright, what is this? Oh, a blog. We won't be diving into the blog. We just gotta pick up our apples, though. Rule number 1. Always pick up your apples. What? No, I don't need to do this for $5. Thank you. We'll be able to do this. Watchtower. Yup. In case someone wants to beat us up. Wow, we're already at 13. We're on our way to 100. Alright, let's recruit these guys. Okay. Empty the shovel. Okay, so the more rubble we clear out, the less fog there is. Can I fight them? No. Can I fight this? Yes. Boop. I'm gonna skip. We win! Got him! I kind of like that it tells you if you will or won't win. Alright, pick those guys. I'm hitting skip. We will... Wait, no. Do a little skirmish first. Skip. Winning! Oh my god, there's a huge robot. Repair. Explore the barracks. Ew, but then what about the robot? Is he gonna be mean? Alright, wait a second. Let me see something. Let's see.
One hell of a city, huh?
Huh. Yeah, so this game says it's compatible with BlueStacks. That's so interesting that it didn't work. So maybe there's something going on with the game right now. Because I recently installed BlueStacks. So either the game works with an older version of BlueStacks or maybe the devs are having some issues with it. Let's see. What else can I tell you? I've got my QR code. The bot is not talking, but that's because Stream Elements has been down today. I assume that they're still having some issues. Let's see. Maybe there's something else I'm missing. I'm gonna double check it.
There is much potential here.
Custom commands. Yeah, it's on. Exclamation point FFXV. Final Fantasy 15. There it is. It's working. What else? What else? What else? What else? Okay. Thank you, Setsu. I'm glad you're here. Oh, so sweet. I'm just checking on things. I'm actually gonna put on my BRB real quick. Real quick. Gotta go get some. I'm too cold. Alright, I'm back and I am armed. I've got fuzzy pants. I'm putting on a hoodie. Zip up hoodie. My little Twitch hoodie. And I've got a super massive fuzzy blanket. I'm even gonna tuck my shirt into this fuzz pants. Just fleece everywhere. That should be better. Hopefully. I don't know, it just got really cold. All the seasons in a week. Ugh. Okay. Oh, my phone screen went off. Wait. Okay. I didn't know it could do that. Alright, let's explore the barracks. Can we make it? Go to power up. You have insufficient power and may be defeated. Power up. I'm the hero.
Let's go back and play video games.
Isn't he supposed to be the king?
Be ever mindful of the dangers and exercise due caution.
All right, here we go. We're out of here.
Maybe we'll try that. What's this? Free! Ooh. This is Final Fantasy 15 War for Eos. And so I'm like revealing some of the backstory as we go. It looks like everyone has Latin-based names. The main character is Noctis, which means night, like nighttime in Latin, and he has black hair and he wears all black clothes. So that's easy. And then there's so he's the one on the left, closest to the screen. And then his dad was the king, so Noctis is the prince, and his dad is either missing or dead. I kind of missed that. And then there was this big war, but apparently there's also gods involved in the war. I think I'm not sure, but I think the humans at war kind of pissed off this god, and the god also smashed some things. I don't really know. But yeah, this is Final Fantasy 15 mobile version, and I've only discovered 4 of these 6 characters. And I've also noticed an unusual trend in that only the blonde characters have unique accents, whereas the brunette or black-haired characters have like American sounding accents. I don't know how long this is gonna go on, but every character we've ran into so far has followed this theme. Let's try a premium and see if we get somebody different. Okay, we got XP, we got 100 blue blobbies, and a gladiolus token. He's a tank. Sturdy tank. Alright. So it's kind of like a fighting game. It seems a lot like the last one I was playing on BlueStacks, the puzzles and survival. The only difference is this one does not seem to have puzzles. Ooh, that's a good question. I'm actually gonna have to confirm that in a second. I'm on screen capture on my actual phone, which is not preferred. I was really hoping to do BlueStacks for this, but when I went to install on BlueStacks, it said incompatible. Even though the sponsorship and the information given from the campaign from this company through Stream Elements says you can use BlueStacks, it does not work. Let me double check that. AppLovin seems to have made them. AppLovin Corporation is a mobile technology company headquartered in Palo Alto, California. Founded 11 years ago in 2012. Operated in stealth mode until 2 years later in 2014. They market, monetize, analyze, and publish their apps through mobile advertising, marketing, and analytics. I'm gonna actually go back to BlueStacks and see if I can go back to the downloads page for the game. Because this way we'll actually be able to find some info while this loads. Alright, so if we go to Play Store, this is what I was trying to do. Final Fantasy 15. That's gonna be War for Eos. So it says it won't work, but maybe it will still let us read the info, please. Bro. I had it open before. Maybe we do this differently. Silliness. You found it! That doesn't sound like the people who made Final Fantasy. Boop. This was the way I opened it last time. Okay. Machine Zone Incorporated. Yeah. I wonder if Final Fantasy commissioned them. They have 643 reviews already. Seems a bit new. I'm kind of skewed with more leaning towards 1 on the lower half for those who don't like it. If they don't like it, they tend to not like it quite a lot. People are like, you know, it's not very Final Fantasy-esque. But I'm not incredibly familiar with Final Fantasy. The closest I got to the game was through Kingdom Hearts. So there's a lot I don't know about Final Fantasy. But so far, it seems pretty cool. They have voice acting in it that's different. Usually mobile games are just stupid little text things. You can't hear it. But it's got pretty good artwork. So I can definitely appreciate that. It's sort of a top-down viewer when we get to the game. I think I need to actually close BlueStacks so we can see the game. Game capture. Or just hide it. There we go. Okay, these seem like they're on a roll then, with really similar games. Alrighty. Pick up my apples. We only eat apples here. I feel like I'm on a telemarketing call where someone's trying to sell me like some random food product back in the 90s. And to mess with them / get them to hang up, you have to sell them something weird and impossible. Sorry, we don't eat that. We only eat apples. Server. The word server? That's how I say it. Server is something that serves. Or if you take the R out of the middle, it's sever. And sever is something that cuts. Oh, the machine learning, yeah, Machine Incorporated. Machine Zone Incorporated doesn't have much. Hey, that's okay. You know. Rainbow, is your friend from an English-speaking country, or did they learn English later on in life?
Leave it to me! No holding back.
The little voice lines are so funny.
Have faith, for our gods watch over us.
Strike hard and fast!
Well, I guess he just has an accent.
Marshall, you made it too.
We saved Marshall.
Yes. We managed to get some forces out of Insomnia before Niflheim
You
overran
have a
it.
tiny little katana. The place is called Insomnia? Wait, I'm confused. I thought Niflheim was the dad. The king.
Unfortunately, the Crown's
Oh wait,
guard
no,
was
the king's
scattered
name
when
is
Titan
King.
struck.
King Regis. Okay, so people who have German sounding names are the bad guys, and people who have Latin sounding names are the good guys. Alrighty then.
The Astrals are mighty, but dangerous indeed.
So Luna Freya, what is she? Kind of sounds like middle
There
of
might be
the
survivors.
road
Let's find them.
name.
It's
What's her
over.
brother's name? Oh, he sounds like a jerk. I mean, why is he trying to fight you on it?
Okay, look after the citizens.
All right. Aha.
We're gonna need more Crown's guards if we're gonna hold back Niflheim.
And take back our kingdom.
hey, if you download this app and play to power level 100,000, I'll make a recording that you can send to your friend and say that you have the better speaking English speaking accent.
Let's not bite off more than we can chew.
Yet.
Come on,
Eager
come
to meet
on.
your end, I see.
All right. We're through into chapter 4 now. And we're already at 15,000 power. That's okay. I understand what you're saying. Don't worry. Don't worry. You forget, I was a teacher in my first life. So, I can read anything. You could start typing with letters backwards and I'd probably be okay. Yeah, he sounds really insecure. You should tell him that. You should tell him I told him
Your Highness,
that he sounds
you must
insecure.
rise to the challenge
He'll
that
probably
faces
really
you.
like that.
I'm not my father, Kor. I never will.
You don't have a choice. Without a mighty king and a prosperous kingdom, Lucis will surely fall before Niflheim.
What, are you gonna type worse on purpose? Usually, my skill is typing things that are unintentionally mistakes. So, or unintentional mistakes, right? Because usually people type what they think like a word is spelled like based on the sound. So they use a bunch of sounds of the letters to make a sound, even if that's not the correct spelling. Like, can figure it out, you know? But if you start just typing nonsense, obviously that's something different. I probably won't get it. Upgrade the hall. Boop. Do it. What? Finishes nonsense? What are you talking about? I hate this deforestation. Why are we killing all the trees?
I'm not ready for all this responsibility.
Okay.
Ready or not, it is your time, my king.
I swear we just had this conversation.
I didn't ask for this, Marshal.
Wait, so his name is Kor and his name is Marshall? I don't know what's happening. Oh, I have to fight the robot? No, I'm not ready. Clear the rubble. I can't do it. Get the apples. Clear the rubble. Holy shit. Oh, how it sounds is how you spell it. I mean, back in the day, like hundreds of years ago, it was like that in English too. But English fused with so many languages that it doesn't really make a lot of sense when you spell it anymore. Ooh, we got a box. Yeah. Money. That makes sense. It's a little bit like that in French with the one letter changes everything. But it's not the same with how it sounds. French usually there's a lot of sound in it that kind of disappears.
Look at all these lights.
But with English, yeah, it's a little bit messy because there's so many different cultures that have met English speakers through hundreds of years and over the centuries. It's just absorbed a lot of language. Like English has absorbed a lot of other language. So if you know the parent languages, not parents. You know the relative languages, they're all cousins to English now. Relative cousins, not direct cousins. You can understand the spelling of English words much more easily. But if you're not familiar with all of the languages that have fused into English, then you're going to have a hard time. So, I definitely count myself lucky having learned this language first because it is rather challenging. Oh, mission. Alright, let's build a guild. It's going to be... Any guesses?
Tell me
Partir
about this
avec
place.
moi. Is that the song that you sent me? I actually really liked that. He's got a nice voice. Yes, let's go. Wait. Wait. Aha, I can change it. Do we do a purple one? Purple star? Yeah, it sounded like the singer that you're talking about. It sounded like he tried to spend a lot of time like controlling his voice so that he can really enunciate the French words. There were only a few times where it was a little bit difficult to understand. Yeah, that's very cool. Join a guild to work with other players to grow powerful? I literally just made a guild. Why would you tell me to join one? Okay. Thank you. Let me click all the buttons so you're happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Got it. Are you gonna learn how to sing like that? Any of it? Because that guy has a pretty deep voice and so do you. Maybe you could do the same. Alright, it looks like I have to fight this robot.
This place is pretty big.
Let's go! Magitech. Magic technology. Pew pew pew! Sounds like Star Wars.
Step it up.
Oh no, I'm dying. Get him. How come the guy with the katana isn't helping us?
Show no mercy.
I feel like you may have sent me the last one to listen to before. It sounds familiar. I know you have a didgeridoo and you play some string instruments, but do you sing?
Let's finish this.
We all good.
We all good? Is that what he said? I feel bad. I kind of wanted to tame him and like make him a doggo. Do we not get a doggo? None of these games have like cute little pets. And I need cute little pets. Okay, I can respect that. That's cool. I can only do that when there's like no one around. When we lived in the apartment, that stopped. We lived there so long, I don't know if I can start back up again. Okay. I'm sure you know this, but all I will say is if you have not had vocal coaching and you decide to sing loudly or in a very high pitch, like something out of your natural range, you are likely to damage your vocal cords. So just be careful with that. If you know Adele, like the lady who sings "Hello, it's me," like she's not trained and she decided she wanted to sing a certain way and everyone thought her voice was so cool. Wow, it's so different. And the reason why no one sings like that is because it destroys your vocal cords. And she had to have surgery maybe more than once over it because she was purposefully ignorant because she got warned about it and she was like, well, I'm just gonna sing like this anyway. And I think it's the same with falsetto. if you sing in falsetto without training on it first and like broadening your range first, I think you get similar damage. Yeah, you have to be very careful. You get like it's this word in English called a polyp, and you can get them on your vocal cords. You're like breaking them apart, and these things form on it like scars. And then you can't talk. Not well, anyway. If you keep doing it, not anymore. You can't talk at all. Yeah, it's possible to make it in the industry without learning everything. Which I kind of respect that they were willing to try new things, but it can be frustrating as someone who's musically inclined to listen to it. Like when you know they're doing something a little weird. What is this? Let's train some people. Yeah, first thing's not how to not get hurt. That's the super important thing.
Okay, look after the citizens.
Done.
Next stop, the city.
I don't get why I have to risk my people's lives fighting for the ashes of Lucis.
That sounds difficult, Rainbow.
It's the only way. Only the
Like
most powerful
Mongolian
of kingdoms will
throat
survive
singing?
to see tomorrow.
Yeah, it sounds like you don't know what you're doing and you're gonna get hurt. At least take like a YouTube tutorial or something.
You are the chosen king. The fate of the world rests on your shoulders.
Yes, okay.
Even if they aren't very broad. Lucky for you, we always got your back.
I'm actually not familiar with the other one. Okay, good. I'm so glad to hear it. I'm like, no, we were just talking about doing things the right way, and then you did it. Oh, they're the same? Okay.
I'll do my
Well,
best.
are you sure they're the
For
same?
all of you.
Because if they were the same, then wouldn't it just be one word? Why are they two different words? There's definitely some difference. I just don't know it. Yeah, we got stuff. Hero. Oh, we got hero points. We can level
Nothing's
them up.
gonna happen as long as I'm around.
Well, then I
Thank
gotta be a 5-star character. Hell yes!
Yeah, he's got 2 stars now. All right. Wimp. He's level 10.
All right, here we go. We're out of here.
Level up. And then, can we level you up? Hero drink? The heck is that? Well, I think we just ranked up as much as possible. Oop. Alright. Upgrade. Citadel. Done. Oh, it's from different parts of the world. That's cool. Are they both in Mongolia? Clicking on everything. Oh yeah. Playing a wind instrument, you have to be able to do it. Sorry, forests. Build a hospital. Okay. I need 10,000 apples to build a hospital. Isn't this like next to the train area? Oop.
hospital will make it much easier to tend to the sick and the wounded.
Okay.
Yes. I can't just let them die.
Explore the radar building. Oh, I can't see it. Well, I guess we have to talk to this guy.
It's about time you guys showed up.
He looks like a kid. Oh my god, he's the first blonde person without a silly accent. Why do they have 2 accents in this game?
What happened to the chocobo?
They got away this time. They're just so fast.
I'm sure you'll get him next time.
Fun. Everything's Recruit the soldiers. Pick them up in the car, and then we're gonna fight people over here. Skip the fight though, and then we're gonna win, and then we're gonna investigate this, and then we're gonna fight in here. And then
Some of the items we scavenged in the previous battle may be of use.
Oh. Phoenix down. He's plucked a feather out of a phoenix? Party not full. Alright. Right? I should slow down soon. Got these fight scenes, and you can fight them if you want, or you can set it on auto, and it fights for you. Just use the phoenix feather. They're all like that. It's a mobile game. A lot of mobile games are like that, where you can just kind of hang out, and it just does things for you. Yeah, I mean, the female character, there's only one, and there's, look at this team. There's 5 team members, only one of them is a woman. And she's wearing high heels and a dress at war. So it's still not realistic, and it's still male-centric. But it's pretty, because there's magic, fantastical things.
Strike hard and fast.
It looks like they try to make it epic, you know? Yeah. Oh. That was a long fight. What? Wait, say that again. I don't understand. Stuff, claim. New account reward. Thank you. Derp squad created. You are now the leader. Of course I am. You thought heart problems make you unable to get truck license? Do you have heart problems? Was that just something you learned in your first aid?
Your Highness, the radar will reveal threats and resources
good.
around the outpost for us to investigate.
I mean, people with disabilities of different sorts need to be able to have a job, right?
We must protect the people from any demons they report.
What is nitro?
And enemy troops that it reveals.
Or find more survivors we can recruit into the Crown's Guard.
We'll get on that right away.
Hmm.
Sister, May I speak to you alone for a moment?
What does that do? I've heard of it. Nitroglycerin.
After everything that has happened, everything that we have lost, why do you continue to support Noctis?
Oh.
Noctis is chosen. He is ordained. You of
That
all people
does.
should know.
That sounds like a blood pressure issue and not a heart issue, right? Aren't those two things separate?
Chosen by whom? The long-dead kings of old? The gods who leveled this city? Why leave your fate in such hands?
As Oracle, it is not my duty to question my calling.
I don't know. I understand that's what it's for, but that doesn't necessarily mean your heart has a problem, right? Or does it? I mean, it's a problem that your heart doesn't get enough oxygen, but I wonder if that's like a side effect of something else.
Dad! Luna! This is for you!
Whatever it takes!
Let those in darkness see the light!
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Time to clean house!
So much
Bring
fighting.
on the next one.
That's kind of a long fight. I don't know. Not my thing exactly. But I like that there's a lot of visuals in this game. There's a lot to look at. Tons of sparkling things. I have 39,000 out of 100,000 power. Let's train. Let's heal everyone. Do I need to heal everyone? Already.
So, what's our plan?
Explosions! Looks like you can upgrade stuff for free a lot. How about this? Free! This. Free! Free! How about this? Free. Everything explodes! Why are you exploding? Free, free. This is probably good, right? Hey, as long as it works, that's the important part. And then what else? Hero Hall and radar? What's radar? Prepare this. How old were you? Explosion! More explosions! Again. Okay. So many explosions. What is this? Oh, that's the hospital. Alright, let's explore. Oh, wait. Let's collect things that we did. Yeah, stuff. More stuff. Clean. Wow, we just did a bunch. Look at all them apples. Guild. Help everyone. People are in the guild? Wait, what? Manage guild. Guild recruitment. Open. Okay. Derp squad. Members. Can I change my name? Oh, no wonder I couldn't find Zetsu. You gotta change your name. How do I do that? Click on my face? Yes, thank you. Thank you. I don't want to read this. Okay. Alright. Little girl. She's the only brunette here. The hat lady. And I'm gonna change my name to Felderp. Yeah. Power up. Nope. Never mind. Okay. Hey, yeah, I can totally understand that. That's like the class that I'm taking too. It's like
pretty big.
there's so much at once. Upgrade. Yeah. Done.
Our forces require an answer to the threat of Magitech infantry.
What things have you learned so far? So first aid, forklift, street laws. Sorry. Street laws for trucks. Well, what do you know?
Ranged troops will help us even the score.
Ooh, Rangers.
Great idea, Iggy.
Radar. Reveals objectives on the map. Find skirmishes and send them there. Okay. March. Go there. Click it. Oh, wait, no. Wait, what? Is this what I was supposed to do? Hopefully. Boop. Yay! We win. And then we can get this. No. How much can you drive before you have to sleep? Is it a law? Ooh. Later. Later. What to do? Unlock the guild hunts. You can drive for 9 hours? Or 10 days? Wait. Damn. What I'm doing.
Lord Ravus, we're beginning to worry about you.
Hello.
My apologies, Emperor Aldercapt.
An emperor.
The Lucians' communication systems were inoperable until recently.
So, the prince eludes death. And what of the elusive ring?
Aha! They want the ring.
Luna Freya has it in her possession.
Take it and kill her. Now that I have the crystal, the ring is the final piece.
We may do well to take her alive. The Astrals wield power beyond our imagination.
You only get 45 minutes break? Dude, I would sleep for like 3 hours after 4.5 driving. I don't know. It looks like this guy in the white clothing in the background is betraying everyone. He's hanging out on the losing side. We're rebuilding after getting smashed. And he's with his sister and he's being told to kill her and take her ring.
She could unlock many secrets. Nay, High Commander. I am dispatching an experimental weapon to test the strength of the Lucian resistance. See that you prepare accordingly.
Yeah, they can go faster, but it's also extreme distance in comparison. Yeah, chapter 6 is done. Ooh, and we're halfway there. We have 57,000 power. Can I show it to you? No, I can't. What is that in miles per hour? That seems slow. Claim. Boop. That sounds getting annoying. Search. Level 1. Beat him up. Oops. Wait, can I tell him to come back? Nope, I can't. Alrighty, we'll come back to that. Oh my god, that's so slow. 50 miles per hour? I think they drive like 80 miles per hour here. Your trailers are longer? Breathe. Oh my god, that's the biggest hammer I've ever seen in my life.
One hell of a city, huh?
Yeah, I mean, but I didn't see what they look like next to anything else. It'd be interesting to see a Finnish truck and an American truck next to each other. So you can tell the difference. Oh, I can't upgrade that. I think I'm done upgrading. Ooh! My migraine is coming back a little bit strongly. I may have to end the stream and sleep it off. Holy crap. Tree. And this is asks everyone for help. Sure. Tree. Heal everyone. Takes 3 seconds to heal everyone? Awesome. I want to go to that hospital. No, 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 no. My guys are not strong enough. Ah!
Well, then I gotta be a 5-star character.
Burn. And then... How did I rank them up?
Brilliance cannot be summarized, I'm afraid.
Dang, that's a big truck. Level up. Yay!
I find your
Yes.
overt humor rather tasteless.
Level up. Alright, everyone's at 20.
I am Noctis, Prince of Lucis and King of Fishing.
King of Fishing? What? Oh, I can't level up. Dang it.
Nothing's gonna happen as long as I'm around.
Let's get this show on the road already.
I just made my guys stronger. Hopefully that'll help. Prediction is good. Battle prediction. You see that little Moogle over there? It's green. Timer truck. One second. I gotta move.
Finish this.
Let's show them the power of teamwork.
Dear God. I thought it said good outcome. We're still here.
We score a flawless victory.
Erg. I'm trying to open a banana that's not quite ripe. I don't know why people buy these. The heck? What just happened? I dug that out and it's still here?
Something on your mind, Noct?
Ravis has been awfully quiet lately.
That's a jackass guy.
Now that you mention it, I don't think I've seen him since we cleared out that last area.
Don't we kind of want him to fuck off?
Stables! Knock, let's get these fixed up. I wanna ride a chocobo!
I mean, it's not as crazy as it sounds.
Them are twice as long? Okay, that makes a lot of sense now, Rainbow.
Extra mobility for the Crown's Guard wouldn't hurt.
See? I'm not crazy.
You look crazy. Just kidding.
I said the idea wasn't crazy.
Ask around for information.
I didn't even know there was a debate. They seem too different to compare.
Look at all these lights. What a relief.
What else do I do? Upgrade the hospital! Yay! There we go. Man, bananas are so good. Mm-hmm.
Ain't it beautiful up here? One of my favorite spots.
I wonder why they don't combine some of the best features from both and re-engineer them. Can I do this now? Oh, I can. Ah, I dropped my banana. It's fine. Why are we beating up the wolves? That look like lizards.
Leave it to me.
Haven't fought together like this in ages.
That was fun. That's animal cruelty. Well, we did what it said. What? You saw what happened. There's a car recruiting them. Why are these people just scattered all over the place? I don't get it. Hey, you! Oh my god, you were here for that? No! I don't know anyone who's allergic to bananas. Are you seriously allergic to bananas? Dude, they're so good. Oh no. And kiwi. Are you allergic to like the fiber content of them? Or like, I don't know how to ask this question. Yeah, okay. Because I know people who are allergic to fruit, and it's like the... Whoa. I didn't do that, I just did that on its own. But they'll be like, oh yeah, if I eat a raw apple, I'll get hives, but if I cook it and put it in a pie, then it's fine. Yeah. It sounds like you're allergic to fruit fiber. Don't take my word for it, obviously. I am not a licensed medical practitioner. But, in my experience, meeting a lot of people as a teacher, I've had students who are allergic to fruit, and that's what they told me after they got tested. That sucks. Yeah, apple juice is really acidic. I think that happens to everyone. Damn, what a pain in the ass. I mean, am I? I actually quit in August, and my last day was like right before Halloween. We got a new boss. Well, not new. It's like an internal promotion, I guess. And this new guy was going to be my direct boss, and I was like, no. Hate that guy. So I left. That was the final straw after 6 years of torturing myself there. I could not work for that man specifically. No, please do. I would probably consider going back if he was gone. But yeah, I'm not a teacher anymore. I'm actually not employed at all. I'm 1 month away from graduating my course on learning how to write code. So, like, programming and developing. Okay. Yeah, I see, I don't know how to say it. People be like, oh, you're a teacher? And be like, well, but I quit. Because, like, I don't know if they assume I'm still working. I don't mean to, like, correct you to be argumentative. I just don't want you to think, like, I'm gonna go, like, I'm supposed to be at school right now and taking a day off or something. Yeah.
We all good.
How do I become education person? I think there's a few ways to do it. But you need to have... They basically tell you need to have credentials. And every state is different, too. Some states, they don't really care. Anyone can do it. And some states are a little bit strict. So, I'm in Pennsylvania, and where you get into public education, it's extremely strict. And if you get into private education, there are still rules that the government sets as like a minimum, but it's not as strict. For kindergarten through 12th grade. So like, you know, if you're teaching children, it's rather strict. But then if you are just like doing your own thing, like college or something, then you can... It just depends on the school. They have their own rules. Wait, Alucard, what are you doing? I forget. I just remember your boss left or got fired or something. Oh, we can't do this right now. Fine, let's go do something else. Collect all our rewards. Yeah, who wouldn't believe it? I've literally never left the education scene ever in my whole life since I started fucking pre-kindergarten. I've been in pre-K, which is a private before public, and then public was K through 12, and then I went back in the private for university, and I did 2 bachelors at the same time, and then I got a job, and for like, geez, how many months? For however many months I wasn't in school, but I was working in a school. And then I started the freaking master's degree program, and I did that for 2 years. I like rushed it. It was like not even 2 years. It was just short of 2 years. It was so fast. And only this last year I quit being in school. So I worked for 4 years without taking any classes, technically. And then what? So I quit being a teacher so I go back to the school anyway. I've been in school the whole time. 5 years? Okay. You're so short-staffed in a retirement home in the kitchen. Oh man, that is hard work. I've heard stories. My dad actually did that when he was a teenager. And he had to work in the kitchen, and He just literally anytime you ask him like, "Oh, what was it like?" all he tells you about is peeling potatoes. All he ever did, I swear to God, was just sit there and peel potatoes. Training is done. Alright, let's claim all these rewards. We get so many at once. I wonder if later in the game it'll be a lot slower. The school you're going to is not even 2 years long. That's nice. At least they keep it short for you, Rainbow. Alright, people join the army. Good job. Oop. How do I? Wait. I just want to click these guys. And then I want to beat them up. Oh, I can't yet. I still have to wait. Whatever. Let's fix the wall! We can't fix the wall. Can't do that. What? Can I do this? Aha! This is what we were supposed to do.
Your Highness,
What is a giant thing on fire?
spotted near the city outskirts.
Holy shit, that sounds so bad, Alucard. Are you applying to jobs? Please say yes. Rainbow, that's because everyone who's talking about work is in the United States, which is experiencing one humanitarian crisis after the next in terms of labor laws and living conditions and just general pain and suffering. Do it, Alucard!
We must move quickly to destroy it before it lays waste to everything we have rebuilt.
Yo, send me your resume.
Luna, stay here and watch over the hospital.
I'll fix it. I'll make it nice. Yeah, so like the first 20... From year 2020 to year 2021? No, 21 to 22, there was a 12% increase of how much everything costs, which is 4 times the normal amount. So everything you could possibly need, whether it be toilet paper or groceries or clothing, maybe a new shoe, right? Anything you could possibly buy that you might need is 4 times the amount that you normally pay for it. But no one got any money from their employer to accommodate these changes in prices. Okay? So yes, but it's still different in the United States. If you watch international news, I'm sure you would have heard of it. But around the world, prices are going up, which is fallout from difficulties through COVID. But in the United States, it's significantly different. So then from 2022 to 23, that went and doubled. So it was up 12%. Now it's up 24 to 30%. So now everything costs 30% higher than it usually costs, which is 10 times the amount it's supposed to change in 1 year. So obviously no one's going to get a raise of 10 times their salary to accommodate these changes in prices. So now people are trying to decide, what should I do? Do I pay the rent or do I eat? And sometimes, even if they pay the rent and they choose not to eat, they still don't have enough money just for the bills. Yeah. It's really bad here. So, I count myself extremely lucky to have been able to leave my job during this really horrible time in the United States. Really on Earth. I have a place to go, even if I don't have people who are like gonna take care of me and like treat me like a person. I at least have somewhere to be for the time being. And the plan is, you know, get a job and get the hell out of here. Yeah, you used to be able to go, like back in the 90s, you could go to the grocery stores with $20 and your bags would be full and heavy. Now if you go to the grocery store with $20 or $25 or whatever, you get like one thing. You can walk out with it in your hands.
I will keep the wounded safe.
Cor, you're with me.
What the hell is that? Let's fight it. Yeah, you don't get anything here.
Leave this
I
to me.
actually, what the hell is that? I applied for healthcare through the government because I was worried. Like, what if something happens while I'm taking this class and I don't have healthcare through my job? And I got something through the state. I haven't used it though, so I don't know like if it's actually working or not, but yeah, you don't just get things. Like, for example, I live with 2 other adults, and that's the reason why I was able to leave my job and leave my apartment. So now I don't pay for an apartment. I don't pay to really drive too much because my class is on the internet. So like I stay here. I do pay for some groceries, but it's like random. It's totally random. Some people actually give me food because they know. I paid for the tuition for the class, and just like I pay for the phone bill and a couple other random things that are kind of small. But that's it. I don't make any money, and if I need anything, I probably cannot get it. So what's going to happen is if I ever run into trouble and I apply for help through the government, they're going to say, okay, tell us where you live. And I'll say, well, I live here. And they'll say, all right, tell us about yourself. And I'll say, well, you know, I'm currently unemployed and I need some help. And they'll be like, okay, tell us about everyone who lives with you. And I'll be like, well, there's 2 adults and they both have jobs and that's why I'm here. And they'll be like, oh, they're making money? Well, then now you can't have anything. They'll take care of you. And like, the government just decides that for you. Even if those people are not obligated to you in any way, because you live with them, they're just like, all right, yeah, you're good. We're not going to help. It's so absurd. I get the impression that other countries actually look at the individual and try to decide what they need based on the individual's needs. But here, I feel like the United States government just tries to find different ways to get out of helping you and find any excuse possible to do so. I don't need to ask them for anything, so other than the healthcare, I don't intend on it. I mean, unless something changes, I definitely don't need anything. That's just how it works, though.
Let's finish this already.
Nordic model? What?
We gotta step it up.
Yes, Alucard, I feel that. It's so shitty. Wait, what state are you in? Because I'm guessing the benefits are by state, right? New England. New... Oh my god. That's not New England. I know. I'm just being dumb. Nebraska. Oh god. I know New England's not a state. I was just like, that's the first thing that came to mind when I saw it. Oh, Rainbow's from Finland, and I bet he knew that. But like a couple years ago, he was testing himself on the 50 states, trying to fill in the map on a timer. Oh god.
Well done, Your Highness.
NE doesn't let you have things.
Hey, help too.
The king gets the credit and the blame.
Wait, do your grandparents work? Or are they retired? That would be nuts if they're retired and the government still won't help you.
That's...
I mean, based on the fact that it seems like you're still kind of young, they're probably still kind of young, so they probably still work. Okay. 50-50. Damn. That's absurd. Yeah, Rainbow, they make all these rules where they say like, oh, if someone has enough money to keep you from dying, then we don't really care. That's like all it is. How old is your grandma? How old is your grandma? My grandma? I'm trying to think. Perilous. Oh no. Can't go here yet. Oh no! Oh no! That's terrible. I'm sorry. Your grandma works at the age of 84. My grandfather was 90, and he still works every day. I wish he didn't have to, but back in the market crash of 2008, he panicked like everyone else did, and he made a really poor decision for his retirement investments. So, he doesn't have any money. Yeah, it's common in certain areas that people keep working and forever. I think that's what my grandfather will do. Yeah, 62. She's close to the retirement age, if she wanted to, I guess. Money. I don't want to spend no money. There, I got that for free. Haha, told you. Top up. Top up. No, not money. Man, they have a lot of ways for you to spend money. I don't want that. I don't want that. Is this also money? Yes, it is. Stop doing that. Let's get out of here. 1959. Oh, so she's gonna keep working? Damn. Yeah, that sounds like my grandfather. He literally has to just keep working because they don't... I don't think they have savings. Alright, I guess I need to train more guys? What's going on here? Train! Can I... Yes, upgrade. How about this one? Nope. How about this one? Upgrade! And upgrade again! Oh, it's gonna take time? I don't wanna wait. Upgrade. Upgrade. have that too. It's called Social Security, and it's not enough money to survive. You usually have to save up your own money. So you pay the government for your retirement, basically. Well, yeah. So you pay the government some money called Social Security, and it just goes to all the old people who are currently using it. And then when you get old, you get your money back. Like, it looks like a paycheck, kind of, but it's not that much. And all the younger people are paying Social Security, and that's where you get your money from. I mean, people like to say you just get your own money back, which basically is true, but, you know, the Social Security fund that the government has is always, like, you know, in and out. It's like a bank. So most likely the money that you get back isn't exactly the same dollars that you put in, because so much time has passed. Yeah. Our Social Security is supposed to work the same way, but it usually does not accommodate people's needs. You usually have to save up a lot by yourself. So, for example, your Social Security just kind of like goes into the fund, right? But it hasn't been changed to accommodate the cost of living at all since, like, probably since it was made. So, it is said that for someone who lives in the United States, the bare minimum that you should have saved by yourself without relying on Social Security is $1 million. You will use about $1 million from the day you stop working until the day you die. And that's old advice. I'm sure the number is higher now. But yeah, your own money. And then the Social Security will help fill that in. Yeah, it's actually insane. Yeah, Finland is way easier to manage because there's so few people compared to how many are in the United States and how many come to the United States every year. And also the culture is different. Like, Finland is so much more socialist, whereas United States is so much more capitalist. It's like a capitalist oligarchy. It's so bad. There's like no regulation. And the politicians also threaten every year that, like, oh, you know what? Let's just cancel Social Security. Anyone who's been using it, you know, they'll be screwed, but in the future we just won't have it anymore. I'm like, what? So bad. It's perilous. I don't understand. Oh, can I upgrade my guys? Can I train them?
Let's go back and play video games. I am Noctis, Prince of Lucis and King of Fishing.
Brilliance cannot be summarized, I'm afraid.
Yeah. If you travel to the United States, that's the word that we use. For like most countries in Europe, we just say they're socialist, whether that's actually directly true or not. Why was the Nazi Party considered socialist, and that's why Europeans don't like to use that word anymore? I actually forget the historical significance, if that's it or not.
Okay, look after the citizens.
I mean, it's a social system, right? Like, public health care is socially available for everyone. They were the German National Socialist Party. Okay, yeah. Okay. I just wanted to clarify, just to be sure.
Like that in the Crown City.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna talk to Americans, be prepared to hear that word a lot because that's literally all they say. Hence why I used it. I don't mean any offense. Liberal democracy. That's a really long term. I hope I remember. Yeah. It has a negative connotation to it in United States as well, depending on who you talk to. So, like, I'm a teacher. I care about people who I don't really know, right? Children from all throughout the community come to me and I teach them things and I want them to learn, right? So my personal disposition is leaning towards what I would call socialist because I want to provide a benefit for everyone. There's even kids who I've taught that I personally do not like them. I don't like their personality. I think they're annoying, whatever, right? But I still want them to learn and succeed. So I tried my best to help them, right? That's what someone who would be considered socialist or leaning towards that direction would say. I wouldn't say that's my like politically defined word that you should use when talking about me, Felderp. It's just like an example. But then there's other people in the United States who hate stuff like that and they don't want everyone to just get things like nice things for free. Like, oh, you want a good education? You should pay for a higher quality yourself. Like, no, why can't everyone have a good education? Like, I'm a good teacher. I'm going to work in a public school so everyone has access to my program, you know? It doesn't make sense that it should be exclusive because education in this country is a human right. So everyone gets to have a good one. Yeah, communism is more the word that we use for things that we don't like. But socialist is kind of in the same grouping. If you hear Americans talking about socialism, they either say they like it or they hate it. So I would be a person that says I like it because I want people to have a good quality of life. People who say they hate it tend to just mean that they feel like they're being cheated out of something. That if some people get things for free, why can't they get the thing for free too? And they're jealous. So, for example, during Easter, my grandparents came to visit. The ones who, like, where my grandfather was working every day. They came to hang out, and my grandmother was like, "Oh, Derp, you're a teacher, and you have debt from when you had to go to college. How do you feel about this president trying to give people free money to reimburse their school debt? You're not going to get any of that money. You're probably so angry right now." And I'm like, could you shut up? Obviously, I don't talk to my grandma like that, but I shut her down real fast. I'm like, no, I'm glad they're doing it. People are struggling so hard right now. Who gives a shit if they get $10,000 and they're still $20,000 to $80,000 in debt? It makes no difference. Just let them have it. Who cares? I paid off my student loan debt during COVID with the last bits of COVID money that they gave us. So fuck it. It just gets so ridiculous here in the United States with like wording of things. Like my grandmother was so upset by that. She was like, "Ah, they're so socialist." I'm like, what do you mean? They're just people. They just need some help. Oops. What is happening? I can't fight this. It says I'm too weak. These apples are not going to help me. What the heck am I supposed to do? Upgrade my wall. Oh, I can do that. There. Now can I fight them? Perilous. No, no, no. Yeah, no one did it anything with their COVID money. That was actually what it was meant to do. Some people started a business so they could make more income because the amount of money they get from their job, like, just simply didn't do enough. I mean, I already told you, it went up 12% and then it went up 30%, right? The cost of everything. So people were like, oh, I need to find a way to make more money. And they used COVID money to try and find inspiration on how they could do that. Some people paid off their debt. I paid off my student loans. Setsu also paid off his student loans. Yeah, we didn't have any spending money. We didn't boost the economy or anything. We just paid off our debt. Exactly. It was so stupid. Can I do this? Not yet. Oh, they're gonna take forever? Come back. What else did people spend on? Some people spend it on stupid shit like selfish, dumb things. Like they wanted to buy collectibles or whatever. Just nonsense things. But yeah, most people paid off debt. Or just bills. Oh, did they? I'm the only member here. Wow, this is just like the other game. What's our power level? Oh, I made it! I didn't even notice. I have 107... No, not that. The power level. Yeah, my power level's at 100. There we go. You're gonna play Mech Arena? Oh, I still have it installed.
So what's our plan?
If we're free at the same time, maybe I'll join you. Ooh. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Troop camp. Now what? I'm just gonna keep clicking where it says waiting. Just see what else I can do. Citadel. Upgrade. 49 minutes. Yeah, that's okay. Have you tried playing it on your phone? It's so hard. Missions! Done, 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 done. Yeah, boy. This is me just asking for help to people who aren't there. Oh, really? It's okay. Do you have a flip phone? Dude, this hammer is so funny. Oh, zooming out feels good.
So, what's our plan?
I don't know what the plan is. Look at all this stuff. Is this... Oh, it's just all the stuff from the store? What's in my items? Tap war to switch to war tab. Wow, I would have never thought that. Okay. Tap bundle of food. Tap use. Now I have food. Okay. What's this? Stamina? You can have stamina? Oh, geez, they're syringes. Huh. Okay. Good night. Sleep tight. You can do it. I believe in you. Just gotta keep going. What is this? Oracle's Wish. Open during the event. What's this? Huh! Okay. I feel lied to. Do I just ban you so that you go to sleep? Can I fight this now? Narrow battle prediction. Okay, that's not good either. Can I upgrade to my heroes?
I am
Level
Noctis, Prince
up.
of Lucis and King
No, I
of
can't.
Fishing.
King of Fishing. Yes, yes. What is this? What is this? Train. Huh? Yeah, you have to tell someone from your country about that, because I have no sympathy. 33 minutes is nothing.
Okay, look after the citizens.
I hate it though, too, to be honest. I agree with you, but I don't sympathize with you. Oh, an hour and a half? Okay, that's too far. That's way too far. Why? Why is it like that? Can I repair this now? I have to fight this first. Wow, I have to wait till I'm strong enough to fight this? That seems silly. And I have to wait for my people to come back. How far away are you? Damn, they're so far! Even if I zoom out. Oh my god. Where does this arrow go? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so far away. Are you serious? This is where they went? They're just somewhere in between here and there. I mean, it sounds like you chose a good school. They definitely know what they're doing. You could always move. Dang. Cora, come here. I'm guessing there's a delivery at the house. You don't want to... Dude, she's so far away, but she's so loud. Oh my god. Cora, come on. Come on. Hey, come here. Who are you barking at? There's no one here. They didn't even knock. Cora, over here. Over here. Come on. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Good girl. Oh. The sauna's not cold. Cora, go to bed. She thinks if she sits there for 2 seconds, she can go. Go to bed. Go to bed. Lay down. Good girl. She's in trouble. She doesn't want to acknowledge it. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Oh, dude, this is making my phone hot. Wait, can you type uptime in the chat? Exclamation point uptime? How long is it before my phone heats up like this? 2.5 hours. So it's probably... I don't think I had it plugged in until the half-hour point. Thank you both. 2 hours. That's max time, I think. Ooh, what is this? Can I fight this before we go? Let's just do the... Yeah, let's just do the narrow fighting. See if we survive. And then... I think I need to end the stream, actually. Because I want to play on my phone, but it's too hot. Dear God. It's so aggressive. We did it! Okay, what's next? Now I can do this? Yes. Alright, 2 more minutes. Then, Rainbow, you gotta go to bed. And then... this. And then this. Taka's Pit Stop. Oh. Do we have cars? I'm so confused between the car and chocobo thing. What's this? Collect stamina supply? Or no. Well, alright. I don't know. This game's not very deep. Just like the last one. So I'm not really sure, like, what is the pull to it. Like, I can click this all day long, but what am I really getting out of it, you know? I think that these surface level mobile games are like a nice distraction in a way, but maybe a little bit tiresome. Like, I can almost see the chocobos scrabbling at each other. It's kind of cute, but you can't... Like, when I let go of the zoom in, it resets to this height. Yeah, and that's kind of why I did it. Like, I get some mutual benefit, right? I can come here and stream this to you guys, and we can just chill out for a bit and talk about anything. We talked about trucks for a while. We talked about government policies for a while and comparing Finland and the United States, and also social and linguistic structures of how people use certain words. It was like completely off topic constantly, you know? So, you know, it's a nice place to hang out, I think, sometimes. Not always. I mean, the technical difficulties for the first, however long was maybe a bit excessive, but I also get the benefit of maybe people will play this, and then, I can get a little bit of side income, since I don't have any straightforward working at a job type income. So, yeah, I get anxious about it too. I had a big project due last night for my class, and I had the minimum viable product, like the minimum required stuff, but I wasn't happy with it, and it was giving me anxiety. So I stayed up really late last night changing it. Yes, me too! Oh, it's so nice. It's such a good change from, like, working in a toxic environment and then having class with really nice people.
Thank you. That would be...
Each and every one of us.
Blah,
doing
blah.
their part.
I'm totally relating with you, Rainbow. Yes. Well, okay. I'll admit there's some goofy people in my class that are like, I'm not sure if they're bullying me or not, because they make jokes about stuff that's a little weird, but I don't let it bother me. I think they're mostly just like clowns. There are 16-year-olds in your class?
Ravis seems to have disappeared as well.
Okay, I think the youngest people are like 18.
That jerk. I bet he took her back to Niflheim.
We've got to save her.
Oh, okay.
Now hold on a moment. We're in no shape to march on Niflheim.
Ask around for information.
The teens are at least 3 years.
Who said anything about marching?
3 years
I'll go
what?
after them myself.
Neat. Alright. I think I will end stream as soon as I run out of these things to do. I thought we were stuck at a waiting point where like everything is like loading. But it looks like we just kind of push through to the next stage. Let's see how far we can get. But I think I'll probably need to end the stream soon because it looks like the wait times for different things are taking a little bit longer. Oh, don't say that. You watch like everyone all at once. I'm sure you'll be fine. Can I attack them? Effortless. Alright, 5 seconds to get there. Oh yeah, they won't get licensed before 18. Okay, that makes sense. I see. Dang, that's a brutal battle. Alrighty, claimed. Got that. Now we can investigate this. Recruit soldiers. Recruiting soldiers is instantaneous almost. Okay, victory. Got that. Let's recruit these guys. Level 1. Okay, and then we did that. Complete a campaign mission. Well, it's in the fog, so I guess I can't. Yeah, I understand, Rainbow. I kind of feel like that too. I haven't wanted to quit my class, like fully commit to leaving it, but I have wanted to stop the forward momentum sometimes because it's hard to push through it. But you can do it. I know you can. It is difficult, but you will get there. You said 1 year from now you'll be ready and out on the road, so you're already on the way.
It's unlike any city I've seen.
Apples. Everyone lives off of apples. This is still going? Do I have anything to make this faster? 35 minutes. I have 55 1-minute speed ups. Sure. There we go. Blammo! Explosions every time. Alrighty. Let's do a radar objective. Oh, there's only one here. Oh wait, we already did it. Come back later. Okay, I will. Upgrade. Upgrade. I'm clicking the builder. Build. More build. It's so noisy. Okay, there. We're building this. Can I upgrade my heroes?
Alright, here we go. We're out of here.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, broke a few bones.
Build the builder. Yeah, I'm not super good at it. Free upgrading. Just the fireworks at every turn is like, woof. So noisy. Very noisy game. Like, do I... See, I'm not sure. Do I want to, like, reduce the noise? Or is... I mean, it's the only sound provided. Ooh. Unlocking. We'll recruit the guys. Recruit more guys. Waking up at 7 is awful. Jeez. I used to have to wake up at 6:30. Yeah, when I play by myself, I turn off all the sound because it is very annoying. That's why I'm sort of remarking on it, because I'm like, ooh, they're making a lot of noise. And the only way I can stop the sound now is pause the game. What the heck? Mobile game music, yeah! I started searching around for DMCA free music and finally put together like a preliminary playlist of a bunch of stuff. So I do have other sounds we can enjoy. I kind of wanted to hear like what does the game sound like though. But I suppose we've heard it. Alright, settings. We'll do... Let's keep the voiceover. Do we want the music? Maybe we'll keep the music for a bit. All the explosions are like a little bit annoying at this point. Okay. Moving on. Let's beat 'em up. I love that they tell you if you're gonna win or not. It's so funny. Alright, let's beat up this one too. Ah, effortless. CPR training? Oh. What the heck? I see. That's so scary. Win a level 2 skirmish. Search. Level 2. Boop. Let's beat him up. What the heck? What is happening? Search. Oh, try again later? Alright. Okay, I'm leaving. How do I go back? Okay, are we at the end now? Claim all these quest things. Get on my apples. Oh, we don't hear the apple sound anymore. Oh, that's kind of a relief. Oh, we have a university? Can I work there? Oh my god, that's the university? We have to repair the gate first. Okay. Ta-da! Now, what is the university supposed to look like? Oh, it's nice! I want to work here. It looks cool. Kind of looks like a swimming pool, though. A little weird. Alright, what can we learn? Technology, combat, or economics? Let's go to technology. I want engineering. I can learn engineering in 20 seconds. Bet you thought you were smart, huh? This is mega smart. Oh, this increases the construction speed. That'll be good. Then we'll have less waiting to do. Do again. I can learn more engineering in 47 seconds. So, I'm looking around through Twitch and streamers I like are on. But they're not like people we all know. Like, Star Fox was on earlier, I thought. But it looks like he's not on right now. So when we do a raid out, we'll raid out to an Overwatch 2 player. Just for funsies. We are definitely getting there. Oh, he had to go. I forgot to check in on him. His daughter was sick like last week. Oh my god. I didn't even say anything. He had to leave. She had a high fever and he had to like end stream last time I was there. I can't believe I didn't talk to him after that. Yeah, Rainbow, that's scary. Is that a real story? Or is that just like when you were practicing? Claim all the apples. Now what? Is that it? I just keep looking for things to click on. Okay, it was just a doll. Okay. I thought you said it was training, but then you were like, he died, so... Just had to double check. Alright, everything in here is money, but why? Aha! This is telling me something. Daily reward? Sure. Thank you. Okay. Oh, my phone's getting hot. That's right. We have a 2-hour cap because my phone... Technology is 2% research. Sparring grounds or ward efficiency? What the heck is a ward? Oh, the hospital. Oh, we probably need a hospital. Everyone's fighting a lot. I don't know. I mean, don't they look like apples? I just keep thinking Alucard can't have any because he said he's allergic. Look at that. That's definitely an apple. Look at that. Guaranteed 100% bona fide apple. It's a wiggly apple, but definitely an apple. You treat the doll like a human in training? Yeah. I mean... I can understand that. It's the only way to get people to take anything seriously. Look, this is definitely an apple. It's not... No, it even has a butt on it. Cherries have butts too. But that's not a cherry butt. Ugh, it's so hot. Pulling down the screen to get it to zoom in is not comfy. Tapping is good. Goodbye, apple. Cherry apple. As Setsu would say, the chapel. Or would he call it an airy? No, I feel like he'd call it a chapel. And then be like, chapel's an actual word. He's always smushing words together. It's so funny. Boop. Oh, I love the organ. That's way better than the fireworks sound. Ba-da! I didn't even notice that behind all the explosion noises. So much better. Let's upgrade this one. One more time. Ba-da! It's like a ta-da! Can I upgrade this? No. Oh, I have to wait for that one? Come on. What's this? Troop unlocked? Okay. Ooh! I could use the speed ups that I have. The 1 minute guys. Boop. Ta-da! What does that mean? Asystole? That looks like a word I may have seen before, but I don't know what it means. I just know the A in the front means like not. But what is systole? Sounds scary. An hour? Oh, where they stop breathing? Ventricular. Oh, their heart stops? Yeah. Oh, is that a piece of the heart? I'm gonna Google it. Oh, it's not contracting. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would be terrible. Oh, every time I think that we run out of something in here, the game just pulls me right back in. And there's all the times I clicked help me and no one's here because I'm in a guild of one. Alright, well, I'm definitely gonna stop flying around on the screen. Sorry if that messes with your eyeballs. I have to stop playing this just because it makes my phone a bit warm to the touch. I'm sure it's fine just playing normally, but while streaming it, I have it plugged in through a USB-C that goes to my Corsair keyboard that then gets to OBS, so it's a little bit wonky. Your phone will melt before you stop? Yeah, no, I'm definitely stopping. In fact, where is the... Here it is. Turn off. Oh! Now you can go shower because I'm actually gonna stop? Wow. Yeah. I should probably call it. I have some studying to do and all that as well. Wow, we did 3 hours. 3 hours together. Flew by. Yeah, that was 3 hours. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. You definitely don't have to do that. We're gonna pop over to Daniel Fenner's stream. He's playing Overwatch 2 as usual. And he's playing the new hero, which is kind of interesting to watch. New hero's name is Life Lever. Well, that's his, like, hero title. That's not his actual name. I don't remember his actual name right now, but he's a Thai support player who's kind of like Symmetra. So he's like Symmetra, but he heals. Oh, thanks, Arknor. Thanks, you two, for being here, and thanks, Setsu, for the lurk. I know he's really busy, but I know he's around here somewhere. Didn't see her face. Yeah, I know. Well, I had a migraine, and I was like, well, I really wanted to stream, so I'm just gonna do it. But no camera. So, love you guys. Maybe I'll come back later, but I definitely have some studying and things to do in between, so... Yeah. It actually is feeling a lot better. I think it was stress-induced. So, it's all good, though. Don't worry. Anyway, time to go say hey to Daniel Fenner. Feel free to raid and chat with me. Okay, bye! Be good!
Should have treated him. I didn't think he'd die that fast, but